You may be watching this morning and maybe you just don't feel like getting up and being active today because you've been suffering from back and neck pain and maybe other kinds of pain in your body. We would love to be able to get you up and running for the holidays and let you really enjoy the holiday season that you deserve. And to help us do that, Dr. Jamie Kaiser is here this morning from Back Into Balance, and one of his patients, Nadav Wilf, and we'll get to his story in just a second. But I just want to kind of talk for just a moment, Doctor, about the variety of pains and ailments that you are seeing in your office, and especially how tragic that is during this time of year when people would love to be happy and feeling good.
You know, Mark, we've been doing this show on the station here probably, what, about a year now.
Right.
We brought on 20, 30 different guests. We bring all these people in to just talk about, when you were in our office, when you got your body, your brain connected through NUCA Care, what changed? And we bring all these patients on just to try to identify with that person at home who's saying, you know what, that's me. I would love to be like that person and doing better now. Can you help me?
Right, and you bring these patients in because you and I could sit here and talk all day long about NUCA Care, which is a very wonderful, gentle way of getting people's bodies back into alignment. But it's better to hear from somebody that's actually been through it.
Yeah, we brought in patients with multiple sclerosis, asthma, acid reflux, autism, people with sleep issues, back pain. The list just goes on. Well,
let's talk to Nadav here this morning then about what exactly it was that you had been dealing with and for how long. So you obviously went to the doctor because you were in some kind of discomfort. What was that like?
Yeah, my focus was really to get my life into balance, and so I was doing things like working out, meditation, and this was part of that. I was having a lot of pain in my back and my shoulder. I was having trouble focusing, trouble sleeping, really tight muscles, and I was recommended to Dr. Jamie, and I went there, and it really made a big difference.
Now, along with the physical discomfort, there's something that we haven't talked about a lot during these segments, is the mental discomfort that goes along with that. Is that too nebulous to describe, or can you kind of connect the physical discomfort in your body with mental state?
I think everyone can relate to it. I think, I sit in front of a computer all day, so with a tight back and kind of feeling of being hunched over and being uneven, it's hard to focus. I mean, it makes it hard to focus. If you have lack of sleep, you wake up tired, you don't feel like going about your day. Even going into any situation where you're going to be uncomfortable, it kind of messes with your mind a little bit. So that's what I experienced.
And I can see the light bulbs going on for people at home going, okay, I'm starting to connect. I'm starting to understand what we're talking about here.
I wish we had a video of the first time. He and I talked about it earlier. He gave me permission to, but when he first came into our office, new patient consultation, we do this with every single patient that comes in. We want to explain what we do, give you the overall, look, when you come in, this is what to expect, this is how treatments work. Nadav is sitting there in our office, and he's sitting in his chair pretty much vibrating. I mean, the guy just, he couldn't.
Were you aware of that?
I was not.
He was so fidgety, though. He couldn't sit still. He's biting his lip. He's on his cell phone. He's chewing through pen caps like he's got a stash of them like in his bag. And again, it's not the typical thing that someone's going to come in for. They're going to come in because of back pain or neck pain. But it's so much more than that. When your body's not in alignment, it's affecting your relationships. It's affecting your job. It's how you interact. It's the whole entire picture. And when we can get things corrected, I mean, I don't want to say we're zen right now, but we're pretty darn close to just
pretty relaxed right now. He's over there laughing. He's going, oh my gosh, I didn't realize.
Well, we got some pictures too of showing him. I mean, he lives an active life. He's involved in the community, so he needs to be out there.
Well, so you're in significant pain, and had you tried some other things?
I was getting massages about twice a week.
Sure.
And I love getting massages. They're great. But it was temporary relief. It was more like, okay, I feel a little bit better for a couple of days, and now it's tightening again, so I got to get back to the massage.
So the fix wasn't lasting.
It wasn't
anything permanent. All right, so you come into Dr. Kaiser. I know he does an extremely thorough examination prior to treating you, with full X-rays and going over your medical history and so forth. So you go through all this big buildup. What is that picture right there? What am I looking at there? Is it
my birthday party. I didn't know that one was coming on there, but
I think we're learning more about your personality now. Yeah. You are a high energy guy. So you go through all this big buildup and all of this exam and everything. What did you think after the treatment?
It was very underwhelming. And you know, I was actually thankful because I'm one of those people I don't really like going to the doctor that much. I don't like needles. I just the idea of that is kind of unsettling for me. So it was you lay down. He makes an adjustment on your neck, and you don't really realize what's happening until you get up and you see that for me personally, the right side of my body was 2 degrees lower, and so we saw that in the mirror. I lay down. When I got back up, it was even, and so that's how I knew it was working, and that's what really got me excited about the treatment, and the fact that it was non-invasive. It wasn't moving my back around. That was great.
And people, I think, if they're already in pain, they're very suspicious of anything that's going to maybe cause them more pain, doctor.
And people, they're scared about getting hurt. Again, they're scared about wasting money and their time, which is more valuable than the money itself. But bigger picture, too, we're not talking about any smoke and mirrors here. I mean, when you come into the office, we're going to put you in front of a mirror. You're going to look in the mirror and see exactly what we're describing. You're going to be able to see one shoulder higher or lower than the other one. When we get you adjusted, we're going to stand up. You're going to see, wow, I can see a difference. And for most people, 90% of people, within the first month, things are drastically better.
And the adjustment itself, again, is I need to get you to describe it. What does it feel like?
It feels like probably the weakest massage you've ever had. And then I'm saying that just to be honest. I mean, you lay down and it's literally just him putting pressure on your neck.
Pulse being taken?
Yeah, it feels like that. The great thing about it is that you actually see the difference
immediately.
And that's the best thing about it. I think that it doesn't feel like, it's not painful. It's not there's no cracks. There's nothing like that. It just works.
It is just very, very gentle, and I hear this over and over again, doctor.
And we didn't even adjust you last time you were in the office.
Yeah, it's been I think 5 weeks since I've been adjusted.
And that's another great point, is that you say less is more. If you can actually have people getting better and coming in less, you're happy with that. Let's talk about your offer here for folks and what you're going to do for folks. As they're listening to this, they're thinking, gee whiz, I'm really tired of being uncomfortable. I'd like to come in to see the doctor, so what can you do for them?
The reason we're here is to get you at home to pick up the phone, make a call. We've got a no-risk, no-obligation opportunity for you to come into the office, hear about everything we do up front. Frequency of visits, costs, insurance, Medicare, Medi-Cal, all that kind of stuff. We're going to go over it. And if it sounds good to you, then the first visit, we only charge $49 just to get the x-rays taken.
And the x-rays are normally about $200, so this is a very special offer.
Special offer. We need the x-rays to figure out how to help you. But if you come in and it doesn't sound like something that works for you, there's no charge for the visit. Now, when you make that phone call right now, you are going to get our call center. They are going to ask for a credit card number. Not that it's going to be charged, but it's strictly there just to reserve your appointment time in our office.
Okay, so folks, don't let that surprise you when they ask for your credit card. It's not going to be charged, but it is there on file so that if you do decide to go forward, you're all set and ready to go. First 12 callers will receive this special offer, just $49 if you decide to go forward with the x-rays. If not, absolutely no cost to you whatsoever. I don't see how it could be any lower risk than that.
We want to get people where they need to be by the start of the new year.
Let's get them feeling better. Doctor, thank you so much. Nadav, great to see you.
Great
Glad to see that smile on your face and see you're feeling better. And very zen. Very calm. All right. For more information, you go to san diego6.com and you click on San Diego Living. Back into balance. Dr. Jamie Kaiser.